or sell a property. And for all your real estate needs, contact Stick Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, your friendly real estate guide. Nagaraj Annaiah, the one-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call 408-805-4653 or log on to nagarajhomes.com. Hello, Bay Area. Happy Friday. Today I'm joined by Vijay Lakshmi and I'm your host, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah. Today we're talking all about real estate, real estate, real estate. If you have any questions, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92, 877 Bali 92. Hi Vijay Lakshmi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nagraj. Good to be here on a Friday. And of course, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And Namaskar, Bay Area. Welcome to the Real Estate Show. Conversations on the state of Bay Area real estate. What you need to know as a buyer, seller, investor, or renter to ace this space. And of course, as always, making it his mission to keep you in the know is Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, your trusted tech realtor and the founder of nagarajhomes.com. So, this really is your time, space, and platform for questions, clarifications, observations, and experiences that you've had. We'd love to hear from you. We are, of course, coming to you live on Bolly 92.3 FM. Studio lines are open, and the number to call us 877 Bolly 92. That's 877 Bolly 92. So let's set off this really cool weekend, the Memorial Day weekend, with a little thought for real estate, because that's what we all are, right? We need real estate to really live. Ye tera ghar, ye mera ghar. So keep those calls coming in. Again, the number 877-265-5992.
I think
So
before
yes.
jumping into real estate, I would like to make one announcement. Nivedana Arts is excited to host their first event. They're conducting a biography, official biography release of Dr. Shivraj Kumar
Mhm.
of glorious 40 years of contributions to Kannada cinema. This will be graced by Dr. Shivraj Kumar himself. That's happening on June 8th from 5:30 p.m. HUSD Performing Arts Center, Award. So I'm basically doing a grand sponsor of that event. Do please, listeners, if you're not registered for that event, do register it. It's a great event for to meet and greet Dr. Shivraj Kumar also in the VIP tickets. And let's start about real estate now, Vijay Lakshmi.
Yes, absolutely. So my question, what is your view on the real estate in terms of the inventory? Because we are almost into summer now and spring, and sale supply has always been a crunch. Inventory always remains tight. But are you seeing a change in that? Are you noticing a rising inventory?
Whenever you tell me a question, right, I always think about perplexity. The perplexity was born because of the questions.
Uh-huh.
You need to be asking questions, right? And that is where we are in. Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah. So, see, like, let me talk about the Santa Clara County altogether, how it is right now. Then I'll
Yeah.
break down of the few things, right? See,
Yes.
median list price in Santa Clara County is 1.9265 million right now. Median price of new listings are coming in at 1.896. Price per square footage is $1,000. Average days on the market. This is very important right now. It's 71 days, and
Hmm.
median days on the market is 28. Look at one more data. Price decreased, price increased. This data will guide you more things, right? Price decrease is 20% is a price decrease. Price
Oh.
increase is 5%. So that means some of the sellers are increasing to 5% and most of them 20%. Is this a concerning for us? That's what let's watch out.
Mm-hmm.
This is for all Santa Clara County. Santa Clara County covers from all the Gilroy and other things, right? So median rent, this is very, very important. Median rent average is 4,500 and market index, action index is 57. Okay.
Wow.
This is a county altogether, so it might not give out all the picture, but I just wanted to start with a county. And let's talk about the contours quickly. Median list prices are 929K. Median price of new listings is 953K. I think just go back to the price decrease in condos is 27%. In the
Mm-hmm.
single family was 20%. Price increase is 5%, right? Look at the data of real estate of the condos. 8% have real estate it. Again,
Mm.
means it didn't get sold in first time. That is why it came back to 8%.
Oh.
And the inventory overall is 940 and inventory in single family was 1344. Real estate in single family was 7%, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the data for complete county. Let's talk about the cities wise, right? How it is going about, right? So cities wise, if I'm going with the cities wise, median list price is around close to again 1.998. Price decreased here is a 15%, not 20%. Price decreased is 15%. Price increased is 7%. Real
Mm-hmm.
estate, it's almost there. I think one important data we always need to consider is median rent. What is a median rent? 4,900 in Santa Clara City right now, 4,900. It
Mm-hmm.
shows a strong seller's market.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the condos shows that almost it is like price increase is 8%, real estate is 5%, average days in the market is 56. I think the reason I was talking about condos and single family homes, last week Friday I listed a condo, 3 bed 2 bath,
Yeah.
beautiful house, was listed at 890K. Within 2 days of the listing, within 2 days of listing, Monday I had a cash only offer. Two
Wow.
offers. Oh,
Mm.
one was for 900K and the other one was for 920K.
Mm-hmm.
The house got sold within 2 days for 920K.
Wow. Incredible. Incredible. And this is a condo. Mm-hmm.
Condo 3 bed 2 bath, three
Yeah.
bed 2 bath.
Yeah.
What made the difference to sell it?
Hmm.
Starting from the staging, starting from the photography, videography, right? How do you showcase your property? That is very important in this market, right? And again, depends on the uniqueness of the property, what it is. In that community, only 16 homes was 3 bed.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
16 homes with
Three bed.
3 bed.
Mm-hmm.
So 920 price range, I kept on saying last week also, it's a good price margin if somebody wants to buy. Because instead of renting anywhere you go now, it's a 4,004. Why I was keep telling you about the renting is
Rent versus buy. Mm-hmm.
anything you're going to rent right now, what it is showing you, it's close to 4,500 unless you're an old time tenant staying in that property just paying 2,500, 3,000.
Yeah.
Anytime you miss and you start changing your property, you
Yes.
don't get anything 3,000. I gave you one more example also last time where I listed it for a rental of the property.
Mm-hmm.
16 views within a tours, actually it's actual tours, and the rental property was gone within a 1 day, was
Wow.
$4,100.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right, see, it's all depends on. I think I one more property I closed in Nightshade Road in a Milpitas. This was on a Campbell which I went into cash only, and one more property was also sold in this Nightshade, right? So Nightshade last year I used to sell for around, this is a Milpita next to the Great Mall, 2 bed 2 baths, because 2 bed 2 baths are not so popular because the prices are getting expensive. This when they bought it, it was a 750K 780 in 2017. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, come to 2025, the prices are 949, 959, right? And you're paying for 2 bed 2 bath. It's a
Right.
so popular being 2 bed 2 bath, right?
Yeah.
Because 750 was a sweet spot always.
Yes. Yes.
950 is
For a two bed.
the
Mm-hmm.
buyers. You need to think about what kind of buyers do you get, right? It might be a
Yeah.
starter family or might be the retired families who's looking into it. But last year it was going really good. The market was not many jinx right now, but
Mm-hmm.
right now today all depends on Mr. President how he wakes up. Like
Yeah.
every
Which
markets
side of the bed he wakes up on. Mm-hmm.
fluctuating is so much, but we will be seeing some stabilization coming in maybe a next year depending on
Yeah.
it's a storm before settling down, right? That's what we are noticing in.
Right.
But still, what I'm
So
not
give us a little hint of, you said days on the market. So what is the uh, you know the going kind of, what does it tell you? What is 54 days on the market as opposed to 70? I mean, 54 days means it's shorter time that it stayed on the market, but
no,
what is there some kind of a like a line that you draw in terms of, oh, this property has been
see,
too long on the
right now seller needs to be realistic. Okay, you can't go with the set data I need for today. Before this show, I had a wonderful conversation with one of the seller who wants to list the property in Evergreen. This is
Mm.
wonderful coming soon property, right? We're going to be listed for 1.8 million. If somebody is interested for 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,500 square footage in Evergreen, a greater community, do reach out to me. I can give more information about this property. So, listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, I'm live on Bali 92.3. If you have any questions, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 87.
877 Bolly 92. That's 877-265-5992. And if you've had this experience, in buying, selling, and listing your home, whatever it is, we'd love to know what's been your experience in this space as well. And if you need a little bit of advice, again, this is the place you want to call in, 877-265-5992. Yes, Nagraj. Hmm.
ये आपका ही शो है लिजनर्स लाइक आपको ही बेनिफिट करने के लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ और
Yes.
योर शो द शो इज ऑलवेज फॉर यू
Yes.
can always pitch in. You can give your side view, or you can have your conversations also. Okay,
Yeah.
don't hesitate. Show is for you guys. It's
Don't hesitate, and no
don't
question
hesitate.
is too
It
big, too
might be a
small.
small question, bigger question. Don't worry about it. I think
Hmm.
you should start asking questions.
Yes.
Start asking questions, then you come to know, right?
Right.
So coming to the new listing which is coming up in Evergreen, I was telling you 3 bed, 2 bath. I told the seller the same thing. Be realistic. Okay. Try to be the seeing the net value what you get in. Don't think about if see when you start crying for small things, right? The net things you can't take a paper. Okay, take. You can't ask the agents the questions like that. Like basically you need because you're trusting the person when you're listing in. It is not the interviews you're conducting for 50 people and you pick one that
Mm.
a
Mm.
lot of times when you're picking up the employees also, right? Like employer or like basically managers picks in. He does the interviews. After does the interview, do you think the candidate turns out great? It
Mm.
depends on your what side of the bed you're getting up, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
all the after all the discussions and everything. You need to trust one of the realtors. How do you do it? Based on the reviews, see the long time, whatever they have done, right? Are they coming with the modern technologies, new approaches? Are they having a new ideas when the property sells, doesn't sell, right?
Mm.
That is where you need to come up with the thought process. What is he doing extra stretch? What is the extra mile when he is doing it? Everything is doing good, perfect, good, right? But when it's a tough market, what are you trying to do? How you're presenting the property yourself, right? Don't even like think about I need to save 2,000. I don't want to do a staging. Come
Yeah.
on, that's wrong. When you're
Staging is now a given. You got to do it.
not only staging, how do you do the staging is very
How do
important.
you do it? Right.
How do you present the property is very important. In the
Mm.
buyer case, I think I need to talk a few points on the buyers also. What are the things needs to be
Yeah.
considered on the buyers? Let's talk about the sellers, then I'll talk about the buyers. What are the few things that goes in?
Mm-hmm.
Look what you do for it, because all these two properties whichever I told you from last 1 month which got sold, it was all the groundwork was done properly, right? If the property doesn't sell, what are the things we need to be doing? One is the considering the HOA. A seller can't go in this market, I need this much value. No, figure out what is the net value you need to be doing. If you don't sell, what are you going to do it for next 1 year, 2 year?
Hmm.
Come up with the game plan. It's always about the game plan.
Yeah. So you would have had to think of all that in the.
Yeah, what is the reason you're selling the property? Are you
Mm-hmm.
crunch up or are you running out of the money, right? Or what is the reason do you need to sell? That is very much important in the goal you're running in, right?
Right.
And you can't come and list the property with the deadlines. Don't run on it. Okay, have everything what you do. Try to do it in complete, not like half baked. Okay,
Mm.
that
Mm.
is where it's going to be all impactful.
Yeah.
So
And
coming,
that's where somebody like you comes into the picture, really, to, really make that plan sort of really cutting plan, sort of nobody can jump in on it, or you give all of your advice for that, and that's what you are there for. So again, if you are looking to sell or looking to buy, don't forget to make nagrajhomes.com your first stop, first shop, stop in the real estate maze, because you need a trusted hand where this is concerned. It's not an easy buy or sell, and there are many nuances to it, which only a realtor like Nagraj can really help you ascertain. So nagrajhomes.com has to be your first stop. Yes,
And let's
Nagraj.
talk about the buyer's perspective also. After
Yes.
buying the property, one of the client recently bought a property. Okay. So as soon as they bought a property, they called in. I think they wanted to do some upgrades. Okay, they called some contractor, but he was not a licensed contractor. All right, they wanted to update few of the stuffs, and they opened up the crawl space. They saw the wet in the crawl space. Right, as soon as they saw the wet in the crawl space, they got scared because the person who was in so-called contractor,
Contractor.
he was not a licensed contractor, right?
Oh.
Everybody who comes in, they try to give in a pitch of advice or pinch of advice, which might not be reliable for that moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody shows us like something, there's an issue with the foundation, there is something with
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even know what's the background of the property. As soon as he see, without even doing a research, they might come up with some things.
Right.
But that time, as a homeowner, need to be calm-headed. What's happening in? Let's find out the root cause. What's happening in? Let's not jump the guns and find out if something is issue with the property. I found something wrong. No, always anything in the not only related to the property or anything comes up when you need to deal with the problems, stay calm-headed right that moment. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what might be the wrong? So in this case, what happened is there was a leak in the plumbing line.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a leak in the plumbing line, the water gets started inside coming in.
Yeah.
That can flow inside to the crawl space also. So that can wet all crawl space.
Mm-hmm.
So when the problems comes in, you need to find source of the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that one, we need to reach out the right expert who has the knowledge about it.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
So when you
Yeah.
don't know anything about, see, when you start panicking in when you don't know what is it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
When you know what is it, then you are okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is where the expert comes in.
Yeah.
That is where the because and holding comes in. So this happened to one of my client who bought in. I told him no need to worry about it. So I just sent out a plumber. Plumber found out there was an issue with the plumbing and there was a leak in the property.
Mm.
What happens in this case when you bought a property, there's a leak in the property. Right now you bought it. Okay. They bought it. What do?
Yeah.
Two things happens in, right? Like one is, do you need to go to home warranty right now? Home warranty covers the plumbing leaks. Do you need to go to the home warranty or should you go to the home insurance? Just to
Mm.
fix this, it cost you $200.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
It costs you, if you have a right contact, it can help you out to $200. If you go to
Mm-hmm.
home insurance, they might give you the money to fix it. But is it later when you're going to get insurance,
Yeah.
your whole premium goes up? One of the
Right.
clients called me up like, Nagaraj, there was a leak in the water, in the hot water, right? The water started coming in from the first floor, the second floor to the first floor. There was a lot of the leak, right? The stains around. He called the home insurance. Home insurance right now, they sends out the very basically person to come and verify what it is happening. And within a couple of days, they approve 22,000.
Oh,
Go
okay.
fix the property. But actually, to fix that, it might cost you 1 or 2 thousand for you. Because
Mm.
you open up the sheetrock, look around, where is that?
Yeah.
Fix, paint it around. If you go with right team, it just costs you a 2,000. You
Mm.
really need to go to the insurance for the small things.
Yeah.
That is where you need to think about it.
Ah. Yeah.
So that is where anytime when of any of my clients buy it, in they just give me a call.
Mm-hmm.
I just guide them. Don't worry about that. Go based on this root
Mm.
cause. What's the problems in?
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
home buying and journey is not so easy. It's not
Easy.
a rosy
Absolutely.
picture like because depends on what kind of properties you buy in,
Yeah.
where you end up.
Yeah. You
It,
need that support, that confidence, that only a trusted realtor can bring to you, and who knows the land, the lay of the land, and really can guide you through the ups and downs. And talking of which, Nagraj, you also you've been a mortgage broker as well, so you know the loan aspect of the deal also when closing it. And that makes a huge difference for people. It's helped so many people across the board, your clients. So tell us more about that, how you gauge that.
I think before jumping into that, let me give one more example and then jump into
And
the.
before you jump into that, let me give folks our number. It's 877 Bolly 92, 877-265-5992. If you want to talk about anything real estate wise, this is the time to call in. You're listening to Nagaraj Annaiah of nagarajhomes.com. Yes, go ahead.
So recently, this cash only property, right? As soon as we listed, one buyer walked in. They told me, "Can you represent as a dual agency?" They gave me an offer for 900K.
Hmm.
The same day they walked in, you represent me, give us a dual agency, means basically represent buyer and seller.
But
They give
yeah.
me 900K. But they put in a contingency saying that they need to be selling their first property to qualify to buy it, right?
Hmm.
Close of the duration was what, 45 days, 46 days, around, right? But I got a second offer immediately
Hmm.
from the other buyer.
Oh, okay.
In this case, should I have gone with the first offer or the second offer? The second offer is better than the first offer.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, it would have been made better for me,
Yeah.
not better for the seller, right?
Oh, okay.
Because we need to think about what we are working on. That is where the honesty comes in when we represent.
Hmm.
Disclose everything to the seller. It is not what the agents makes it. It's basically what the people involved in the transaction benefit them. That is very important. It is not important you end up making money. It's about persons or the clients who
Ah.
they end up making a better money for you.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Mm-hmm.
represent a dual agency in this case. I
Hmm.
told them, dude, you have a better offer than ours.
Hmm.
Please work with them, because they were able to close within 4 days.
Hmm. Wow.
It
Okay.
is the net value matters for you. It is not about, because it's even a 10,000, 15,000, and the call they close within a 3 days, right? They close within a 3 days. The amount of interest what is seller is paying, if they would have extended for 45 days, also matters.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
It's because they're paying a mortgage.
Yeah.
Math for this.
Yes.
Correct. See, let me give you one more example. As a lot of people knows, I'm doing a lot of construction works, right? So one of the preschools what we are building in, to reduce the price, I took the not a contractor, I was gave it to somebody else. They were building in. The building inspector comes in and checks. You're not hired a right candidate or the right person to build this.
Oh.
Because if the playground installer comes in, they do it properly and they could do it right way. Since
Mm-hmm.
you're not doing it, not the right persons are involved in there, I need to be inspecting it thoroughly right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Okay.
it's not about cutting the corners, it's about doing the right way. It's what it matters
Mm.
in.
Mm-hmm.
I think the coming back to your question on the mortgage stuff, right? Knowing the lot of lenders connections helps out a lot of my clients in, because I'm giving the better rates in the market depending on the situations where they are in. It
Yeah.
can be basically some of the cases the clients can do a 20%, some of the clients can do a HOA, because some of the HOA litigation issues are there. We need to be able to find a lender who can close with HOA litigations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some of them maybe basically they want to do a 10% in that case. Some of them as like doesn't have a good credit score. What is
Yeah.
the alternative? So for there are a lot of scenarios based in. So each scenarios we need each loans lenders who can help them out. So
Yeah.
having the list, because me being myself the mortgage consultant, I'm a qualified mortgage consultant. So knowing that, I can quickly check anybody's
Yeah, that's a
income,
big
income,
asset to be.
income, and I can tell them, dude, you can only qualify for this much. Why do you
Yeah.
even worry about? If you don't qualify, what are the other alternatives for you?
Mm-hmm.
I can run through the scenarios so quickly, so it benefits
Yes.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because we
Absolutely.
are running out of the time, but if you have any questions on anything on the Bay Area real estate, do give me a call. Go to nagarajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon, easy to connect with me. Don't hesitate. It might be you're buying now or you might be selling later. It doesn't matter where it is. But anytime when you're investing on the Bay Area real estate, go to man is Nagaraj Annaiah. Do reach out to me. But I have one more listing in coming up in Evergreen, as Vijay Lakshmi was saying. And it's a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1500 square footage. It's a wonderful home. If you would like to know more information about this Evergreen listing, do reach out to me. I have one more listing coming up in Fremont too. I'll give more information as we go forward. But thank you so much and have a wonderful evening out there, listeners.
Yes, have a wonderful evening and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And of course, we'll catch you next Friday, 6:30 p.m. on Bolly 92.3, and also on Sunday, 12:30 to 1. And in between, make sure you like, share, and subscribe Nagaraj's YouTube channel.